What up? What up? What up, y'all? I appreciate y'all logging in and tuning in. I swear this podcast thing gonna get better. Everything's gonna get better, but you got to start from the bottom to get to the top. So today, I just want to just touch on communications. We have to work on our communication skills. We have to work on how to answer questions. We have to work on speaking in a fair tone, in a rational tone. We have to be open minded when we communicating. Um, and we can't go by our own understanding of things as well. You still have to listen, and then after you listen, then you can uh come up with um your understanding of what you heard. I think people's problems is that they can't take criticism, right? Like in a relationship, in a business, whatever. Um, so nowadays it's kind of hard to communicate because when you communicate, it's always a bicker, instead of just listening to what somebody's telling you. Because, and you, what goes wrong is people feel like they're not what they're hearing. If I tell you boom, 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 this is what you given, and you argue that, then it's like there's nowhere we can't go forward with this business. We can't go forward with this relationship, whatever it is. We can't go forward because you don't feel like you're ever wrong. You don't feel like um you feel like you know what's going on. You feel like you know the answers. You just feel like you ahead of the game with knowing how somebody feel. Like you can't tell somebody how they feel. That's just that's just crazy. Um I told I told somebody one day that I was in love with them. I don't do that. I don't I wear my emotions on my sleeves. I wear my feelings on my sleeves. It's hard for me to express those things, right? And this is after not speaking or seeing them for weeks. I realized like I was in love with them because I realized, damn, I miss them. I miss seeing them. I miss really talking to them. I miss and I love it. I love doing those things with them. And I was like, I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna tell them that. And I want to say 2 days later, after talking about all of that, uh, and us not talking for 2 days because probably we are busy. I forgot to send a text. Just checking up on a day. Things happen, you know what I'm saying? And when you hear like, oh, you just want sex, or you hear, I wanted more from you, and you didn't want to give me that. It's like what? And this is why men don't express their feelings. This is why men don't tell people they love them or are in love with them or tell them how they really feel, because when they do, it just it turns into a piece of paper or plastic. It just get balled and just threw back at them. I know that was crazy loud. I'm sorry, but and that's why men like, nah, you ain't about to play with my heart. You're not about to break my heart. You're not about to do that. I'm gonna protect that. So that's why we don't cry. That's why we don't express things. And women want us to do that. That's a prime example of why people don't do that. Because that's terrible communication, right? Uh, because you feel like you know. That's the worst thing a woman can do is feel like they know. You feel like you know what's going on. And men do it too, but I'm only speaking as a man, as the opposite sex. When the opposite sex do their video, they can talk about the opposite sex, right? But women think they know, and they don't be knowing shit when it comes to certain things, when it comes to men. You don't know nothing, right? You think you know because of past experiences, maybe, but you don't know. and you don't know how to communicate and get the answers you're looking for, right? You don't know how to speak. You don't know how to have those conversations because it's going to end in what? That bicker. Because you feel like you right, you feel like you know everything. So it's like if people think they know so much, why isn't everything perfect? We all will be in relationships. We all will be married with their ring. We'll be Mrs. Such and such, Mr. Such and such. But we'll put it off on the other person, on the other sex, because it's like, no, I'm not taking no responsibility. Taking responsibility a, is communication. That's communication as well. Taking responsibility for your actions and the things that you do and the things that kill bonds and relationships. And if you can't take responsibility for your actions, then you can't grow. There is no growth. There will be no success in no relationship. You have to hold yourself accountable for the things that's going on as well. And stop thinking everybody wrong. This person is wrong. You this, you that, you. What about I? What about I? There's never an I. And then sometimes the communication be so off and we be so blind to what God put in front of us that we don't even see how much love a person is showing us or giving us, right? We don't see that because our communication is off. Our communication with our eyes, our ears, and our mouth is off. Those are three different ways of communication: your eyes, your ears, and your mouth. And a lot of people do more mouth than they do more eyes or they do more listening. Whew. Like how are you gonna grow like that? Like the communication in these days are so terrible, man. It's bad, it's embarrassing. You know, if you can't answer a question yes or no, and you always gotta say, I think so, or maybe, or any of that, that's crazy. Especially as that adult that you are. Because now it's like I gotta dumb it down. If I can't speak to you as an adult and I feel like everything is just, I gotta dumb it down. And I don't want to dumb myself down because if I dumb it down for you, I'm dumbing myself down. And then when a person communicate that with you, I don't worry about it. Like why you can't take criticism? Why you ladies can't take criticism? Well, the man can't. Okay, I'm not talking about man. I'm a guy. I'm talking about the women. I'm not. I'm not worrying about the guys. I'm not. I don't care nothing about. I don't talk. I don't care. You see what I'm saying? But a woman can watch this and use this for the guy and say, "Hey, you're this person." Because I mean, it goes both ways, right? But it got to get better, y'all. That's why we don't have a lot of successful relationships, especially in the black communities, because a lot of women are like guys. They the homie. They want to smoke with you. They want to drink with you. They want to do everything with, which is cool. But you don't know how to turn it off. You don't know how to turn it off. You don't know how to turn the the ratchet off, the ghetto off, the homie off. You don't know how to turn it off. It's like it gotta come back out or it's gonna slip out somehow. You cussing every other word or whatever it is. You can't turn it off. You you more nigga than, well, excuse my language. You more man than men. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be more man than man. How does that work? I don't know how that works. And we just got to do better, y'all. It's just the black community is failing, man. It's failing, and that's why a lot of killings is going on because you can't talk, you can't communicate. A lot of fights and a lot of people not even back in the day used to take a village. Nowadays, you got to be protected from the village. It used to take a village. Now you have to be protected from the village. You can't trust the neighbors to get your kids or that one to get your kids or this or this. You can't trust nothing now because they all out to get you. Everybody's out to get you. It's like every man for themselves, which it is kind of like that, but that's not how it was when we was coming up. You know what I'm saying? So, and then social media is the most. Oh my God, that's the most. When you say terrible communication, social media. Even though we all need it, social media. You gotta know how to depict. You gotta know how to separate what's real and what's fake and what's for the internet. A lot of people get that shit and put it in their mind and just be like, "Yes, exactly what's going on." And that, yeah, I'm putting up a video and people go and probably do the same thing with this, but you gotta know what's real and what's not. You inherit people's problems in their relationship, grab that, inherit their problem and put it in your problem and say, oh yeah, you doing this, you doing that, you doing it. What the hell is you talking about? Because you saw old boy doing that to her. So now you feel like, oh, you doing that to me too. What? You serious? Communication is off, man. Communication has saved a lot of lives, a lot of relationships, a lot of everything, man. But it doesn't seem like it's getting better. It seems like it's getting worse. It seems like communication is getting worse. It's not. It's not getting better. And it's sad, y'all. It's sad. What we gonna do? You don't see them 20-year-old relationships, 20 years going relationships, 30 years. That shit be coming to a halt, to an end. When are we gonna take our eyes and fix our eyes? And then be an adult and hold your accountability and apologize if you need to apologize. Have communication. Don't let your pride be in the way. Apologize can save a lot of lives. Apologize can save relationships. It can save it. And admit your faults and say, hey, I need to work on these things. I realize I need to work on these things, and these are the things that have been hindering me. These are the things that have been holding me down. And I thank you for being patient, and I hope that you can help me grow. Because when you pray to God, you ask for God, please forgive me. You have to point out those sins you want forgiven for. You can't just say, God, forgive me of my sins. What sin? Claim your sin. Step on your sin. Take it like go in the courtroom and hold it like a man or hold it like a woman. Tell God what you want to be forgiven for. It's the same thing in a relationship. Forgive me, like I was tripping. I don't want us to be here. I don't want to be there, or I want this business to be better. I want to get money. I want to get rich. I need to defeat my pride. I need to defeat myself sometimes. Sometimes you gotta defeat yourself because you be battling yourself so much. Like you battle yourself so much and you don't realize you battling yourself. You be in a fight. Think you in a fight with the next person, and it be you in a fight with. You fighting yourself. And you don't even realize you hitting yourself. You thinking they hitting you. But it's you swinging on yourself. I watched the Straw movie and she was hallucinating that daughter was right there with her every time. It's like you hitting yourself. It's like you doing all this stuff and you imagining that this person is doing all this stuff, but it's really you. It's really you that's treating yourself like it's really you inheriting all of this stuff that you see on social media that your friends is going through. It's really you that's discombobulated and miscommunicating with yourself. You miscommunicating with yourself because your brain ain't is no longer sending the signal to your heart to let you know that this is real love. Your mind is blocking it. You letting your mind block the arteries. You letting your mind block the blood flow. You letting your mind block that by stopping it out there. As soon as you get it, you cut it off. And then when it's coming down to your heart, you let it out your mouth. You let it out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Instead of letting your heart pump and send the signals up to your brain, you let it come from your brain down out your mouth. Let the shit that's coming from your heart come out. That's communication. Let your heart speak. But let it speak from you growing here. You have to grow here for this to work right. Because now if this is not working right and this is trying to work, they clashing. Your heart and your mind clashes. They're clashing because in your heart, I love this person. I'm in love with this person. I'm this, I'm that. Your brain watching all this stuff happen to this girl and this girl and this girl. You like, these niggas ain't shit. This ain't this ain't that. And so now they clashing. It's like they clashing. You getting all that information in your brain, you letting it come right out your mouth, and you fucking up everything you touch. Everything you say, you fucking it up. Instead of letting your heart send the signal to your brain. Your heart is like a brain too. You know that? Your heart is a brain. It can think. It can send signals to your brain. We gotta do better. This is not the wave. This is not the way to go. Work on that communication. Take your eyes. Take your eyes and fix your eyes. Fix your eyes. Capitalize on your eyes by fixing them. You got lowercase eyes. Capitalize by fixing them. That shows your growth. That shows you want better. That shows you want more. Whether it's with your boss, with your family, with your in a relationship, whatever it is, fix it. And stop letting pride get the best of you. Stop letting your brain get the best of you. Because you're only using a certain part of your brain anyway. Because most people are not meditating so they can use their full brain. You have to meditate and learn your brain. If you learn your brain, you a genius. Because we all made the same. You use your brain, you learn your brain, you a genius, you a millionaire like everybody else. Well, I ain't gonna never be a millionaire. I ain't gonna. Yes, you can, God, everybody though, but we only use like 60% of our brains because we don't meditate and learn ourselves, man. Learn yourself, grow, and take in what somebody telling you. Take it in and fix it. If you really love that person, or if you really trying to grow and be in that business ship or whatever, take it in. Take it in. Everybody ain't telling you stuff just to tell you, just to make up stuff. Come on, man. We got to do better, man. Communication, y'all. I want to see our people in those old time relationships again. I want to see family gatherings. I want to see real Christmases. I want to see people coming over and people coming from out of town from different areas, and we all meeting up at the house. We here for Christmas. I want to see those things. I want to see grandma and grandpa together. I want to see mom and dad together. I want to see the household together. I want to see the kids together. I want to see I don't want to keep seeing our people dying. I don't want to keep seeing these relationships crash. I don't want to keep seeing people mess up their businesses and everything because they don't know how to communicate. Your ears, your eyes, and your mouth. Master those things in your communication is superb. You're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. Come on, y'all, man. I really, 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 really need us to do better. I need us to do better. I need us to do better. I'm tired of seeing everybody else living happy lives and we just trying to figure out life when it can be better. Stop assuming what you think somebody else is thinking. Stop assuming what you feel somebody else is feeling. Stop that. Communicate, have a talk. and be willing and open to listen, understand, and learn. Big shots.